So this session is a like completely beginner friendly session, which will help you and which will guide you in a way how to choose and what to choose in cyber field. So what are the different domains are there? What are the different job opportunities are there? So how to learn how to like utilize the opportunities to become better and stay consistent in this field. Okay. What about others? So here, like, what are the doubts you're having? Kindly, like, feel free to talk or like drop it in the chat box. So we can have to discuss about it and we can have to sort those doubts. Because the purpose of this complete like session itself is to give the guidance and to help the people who are getting into this cyber field. So kindly utilize the time, utilize the like opportunity to ask the questions and get the data which you want. Okay, what about others, guys? So just drop it in the chat box so we can proceed with the session accordingly. So here you're having like free hands on mic as well. So if in between, if you want to like stop me and if you want to ask any questions, feel free to do it. Or if you're not able to understand anything, just stop me and let me know so I can able to explain you again. So okay, we'll start with the session. So before getting into what is cybersecurity or anything, let's just understand like why cybersecurity and why it matters for us. Just get into like other topics because without knowing like why cybersecurity matters or anything, we don't want to learn this. The first thing you need to understand is why this cybersecurity matters. Why we need to learn this cybersecurity. It's not just for like career. So if you're looking for career, yeah, this is one of the like best field out there where you can to like grow properly and you can earn properly. But not just that. Cybersecurity is a basic awareness to be secure. So why we need to be aware? What will happen if you're not aware about this cyber things? One of the things which can happen is you might be like falling under some cyber attack. Because day to day, if you see, we'll be like seeing in like reels or we'll be seeing in news all this stuff, right? Every day, like here, like somewhere or the other places, these cyber attacks are consistently happening. So more than like 2000 cyber attacks per day worldwide, it will be happening. So this is just a like minimum number. So maximum it can be like more than that. So like this each and every day, like different cyber attacks, different methods the attackers are coming up to trick the people. So if you are not aware about this cybersecurity, you can't be protecting your data. You can't able to like protect your data basically. So this is one of the like reason why we need to learn cybersecurity, not just for like career. Even as a basic understanding, you need to know this cybersecurity. Cybersecurity matters if you want to protect your data because, as you know, everything is online right nowadays. So it's not like we're using pen and paper, so we can lock it in some locker or something. Here, everything is online right now. So if you're not aware about how to secure yourself, then y- you can't able to like protect others as well once you're getting into like cyber field. So that's the reason understanding the basics is really important, no matter like in which field you are in. This cybersecurity basics will help you out with all the other fields as well, not just in cybersecurity. And coming to like cybersecurity job market. So compared to other jobs, cyber market is growing way fast nowadays. If you see few years ago, like people were not aware about what is cybersecurity. So they used to see some movies, they used to think that okay, some hacking. So this is what it is. but they were not aware about like how to learn this or how to like be secure or any of this. Why? Because at the time the awareness was less. But nowadays, as you know, everyone we are having like smartphones, everything is digitalized. So because of this, we need to be aware about all this stuff. If you're not aware about this, you might fall into like someone's trap and you might lose your money or like some of the things you might lose. So now, why market is growing? Because see, early days it was like in India, like we are not having any like cybersecurity companies. The foreign companies used to give us like some work, so we used to do that. But nowadays, cybersecurity is not just like an optional thing. So now cybersecurity has become like must and should. So each and every company requires security. So that's the reason this job market is growing like way too fast. This is the right time where you can have to enter into this field and you can have to like make use of it. The same if you see after like 5 or 6 years, this field will be like crowded. The reason is because people are seeing the potential in this field. They're like just shifting their job domains from others to cyber field. Not just that, cyber field doesn't require any degree. Even if you're not having the degree, here you can have to get the job. If you're from like any medical or like any other different background as well, if you're having the required skills, you can have to like grow in this field. So that's the reason cyber field is like growing faster. So compared to any other fields. Average salary also, if you compare with other things, cybersecurity is more. So around like $90 to like $150 per year. In other words, like 8 lakhs, minimum of like 8 lakhs package to more than that. So this is how the average salary for cybersecurity people are there. See, initially you might not able to get like the 8 lakh package. Initially you might be ending up with like 4 or 5 like that. But after 1 year or 2 years of experience, if you're just trying to like shift your company or if you're trying to like get any like increment or like position change, your salary will be like doubling. So that is the reason many people are choosing the cyber field as well. Not just because it is like interesting or anything. They're choosing this because of the potential in this, how they can able to grow in this field. So that's the reason cybersecurity is important for us. So if you see like a number of companies have suffered this attacks, cyber attacks. Their data somehow some people might have stolen or like some of the attacks might have happened on like major companies. If you see like not just small companies, even major companies like Google, YouTube, Facebook, all these people have been like suffered this data breaches. It's not like they are like completely secure. Even they have been suffered with these things. So that's the reason like job market is open and the place is there for us to learn as well. But the main problem which we'll be facing is we don't know how to learn or where to learn. Or basically like we don't know where to start. So this is a major question which the beginners will be facing. Even when I was trying to enter into this field, so this was a like major issue even I faced. Even though as I said, like one of my friend who was there, so I couldn't like approach with him because he was busy with his like own things. When I used to like pursue my like degree itself, so he used to be like one of the like top hacker. So we were not able to like approach with him and like get that knowledge. When I used to ask, he used to say like some random things like learn that this like that. But based on that, as a beginner, I was not able to like catch up with that. So that was a major thing even I faced. Even the other people whom I'll be like guiding, even they have said me the same issue because in this field, way too many things are there to learn. So if you're not starting at the right point, you will be like stuck there itself forever. Means in which are the like point you're like trying to start. If you're not starting it properly, you might be stuck in between. So that's the reason start is really important and which matters. So this session will be helping you out with that. So how to start, where to learn, what to learn, all this stuff, I'll be helping you out with. So now, coming to what is cybersecurity? So cybersecurity is nothing but the practice of protecting the systems, networks, or anything which is digital, or basically like any digital data. So we will be trying to protect. But from whom we'll be trying to protect? From an unauthorized people, right? Unauthorized people means the persons who are not having the access to our data. So who don't have access if they are trying to take our access? That's what this unauthorized access is. So from those people we need to protect ourselves. So that's where this cybersecurity comes into picture. Basically, our mobiles, cloud, or anything connected to the internet, all those things will have some data. So we need to protect those data. So that's the reason this cybersecurity comes into picture. So why it is important? Why we need to learn this? Because if you're not aware about this basic stuff, you might be falling under any of these attacks. The first one here I will like listed as phishing. So phishing is nothing but so normally phishing, right? So we'll be trying to fish. So in that phishing, what we'll be trying to do? We'll just try to use some feed on in the like hook, and we'll be trying to throw it in the water. So what this fish will do? This fish will try to come and eat that food. It means it is coming and it is falling in the trap. The same way here. So once it is falling, what we'll do? We'll try to like pull it out, right? Same way in cyberfield there is an attack called as phishing. So here basically what will happen is attacker will try to create a website or will create a mail or something which will be trying to make you fall for the trap. So it might look completely genuine. So if you're not aware about the basics and if you're not aware about how to check, how to verify things, you might fall for this. So here, as I have given example, so any email. So if you're getting any email from like your higher authority, means if you're in college, from your college side, from your HOD or like from your college side, or if you're an employee from your boss or like someone if you're trying to get a mail. So you won't try to verify much, right? As soon as you get, if they are saying you to do some work in that mail, you'll try to click on that. You'll try to download that or something. So you won't cross verify anything. So this is how, so this is what the attackers also will be waiting for. They'll try to create a mail similar to your superior person, means your college or your office employees or something. So when they're trying to send you this mail, what will happen? You will try to click on that. You won't try to like check or you won't try to verify. You'll try to see, okay, this is coming from this person. So I know that person and you'll just try to click on that. Then it might see there are different things in this as well. So they might send you a malicious link. If you click on that, you might fall for like the trap. Or if it is any like login or something. As soon as you click, it might lead you to the login page. So that login page will look as it is as a real-time website. But if you fill up the details over there, that details will be sent to the attacker. So this is how this phishing works. So just a sec, like, I guess I'll just like demonstrate it. See here, this page looks as a like genuine like Instagram login page, right? If I'm like when I'm trying to get this link without checking the without verifying any URL or something, if I'm just trying to enter my details, see, I've given login. You can able to see here as attacker, they'll get our details. See, and it'll also store in their things. So here you can able to see. As soon as I log in, so this is just a like dummy mail, but what is happening is as soon as I'm trying to give login, it is redirecting me to the original Instagram page. If it is logged in my device, it'll automatically forward to that. If it is not logged in, what will happen? It will say some error or something. So if you see here, see, as attacker, they're getting the details. But here, it's just stuck or, okay, you can able to see here. It is redirecting to the original Instagram page. But here, in this like private browser, I haven't logged in, so you can able to see here. It might be like some error or something. Again, we'll try to like click on it. So here what is happening is I'm just using a like dummy model. If I'm want to like do it actually, if I want to like do any trick any people, similarly like in latest model how the UI is there, similar UI I'll try to create. Means similar graphical look I'll try to create. Then what will happen? People won't try to like think something is wrong. They'll directly enter the details and they'll try to log in. Once they are login, as attacker, I'll get the details. It's not like I need to keep on monitor. If I just run it in the background, it automatically save the data in the text. Because this phishing, it's not like within a second or something it'll happen. We'll try to like wait. We'll just try to make it public. So anyone that details will get it. I came to host this website as something like, for example. So usually like in Instagram, like people will be trying to like see like how to get like more followers, all this stuff, right? So similarly, I can able to try to create a page. Then what will happen is, so here like we can able to see. So free Instagram followers, free Instagram likes, all those things. So just enter your like details, 100% like trusted one, all these things. I'll try to like mention. So some images, all this stuff I'll try to mention. So then if anyone is trying to like enter their details over here, that details I will be able to capture it over here. You can able to see if someone clicks on that also, their IP address you can able to get it. Forget about like they are entering the details. If they are clicking on the link itself, I'll try to get the details. See? So now you can able to see it is trying to say that some it is trying to redirect me to like some other website. See? It is trying to redirect me to some malicious website. But as you know, like Airtel nowadays, it is trying to like prevent us, right? So it is trying to block it. See, Airtel found this site as dangerous, and it has blocked me. So after like some of the part, it is trying to do good for us. So like this you can able to see. So why I have see, even though like whatever the thing I did here, I gave like go ahead, right? You shouldn't do that in your normal browser But here I have given because this is the private browser. No information of mine is stored here. So that's the reason I just gave like go forward. So all these things like it will be a little bit confusing. So basically phishing is like they'll be trying to keep some trap for you. By yourself you'll go just go and fall for that. As an attacker they won't try to like do any hard work. They'll just do the smart work. They'll just try to keep a trap. So they'll try to trick the human emotions and they'll be trying to make you fall for that. So that's how these things work. And other things is hackers basically like they'll be trying to steal like credit card informations or anything and they'll be trying to make use of that and they'll be trying to steal the money. Or so in WhatsApp we'll be trying to get these forward messages, all this stuff, right? So similar to that also attacks will happen. So in 2019 what happened was a spyware attack happened. So it used to get like basically like a missed call. So if you like attend that or if you're just trying to see that at the time like your details were exposed. So these type of things were there, but now it's fixed. But these were the like past attacks which just happen. So this is what like cybersecurity and why we need to be aware. So in cybersecurity there are basically two peoples. The one is attacker, the other person is defender. So attacker is known but the illegal people means the unauthorized person who is trying to access our data. They are called as attacker. So what they'll be doing? They'll try to find the weakness either in the system or in a person. So for an example, if it is a system, I'll try to see what all the weaknesses are there in the system. So how I can able to enter into the system. But if it is a person, what I'll be saying is I'll be trying to see how I can able to trick this person. What is the weakness of this person? So how I can able to make him fall for my trap. So similarly, attackers will be trying to plan. So what they'll try to do, they'll try to steal our data, or if it is in like if you're trying to like run any services, they'll try to disturb your services. So these people are also called as black hat hackers. In other words, like illegal hackers also we can able to call it as. So why they'll be doing all these things, either for money or the government like for politics or for fame. So these are the reasons they'll be trying to do. Some people will be like doing these things for money. They want to earn, so they'll be doing. But some people, the governments or like few people will be trying to use it for political agendas. So there also these people will be there. Or few people will be doing just for fame itself. They want to be showcase themselves as like some hacker, so they'll be trying to do that. So all these things they'll be doing without the permission. These people are called as attackers. But we need to focus on defending it. Why? Because we need to protect our data. So that's the reason we'll be in the defender side. So here what we'll be doing, we'll be trying to monitor the systems. We'll try to see the, we'll also try to attack this our system, but with permission. So that's what the defender work is. As a defender, we need to make sure that no weakness is there in our system. So for that, what we'll do, we'll try to attack our own system by ourselves, or attack the other person's system with the permission of them. So why this attack will be trying to do? To make sure that there is no weakness. If any weakness is there, we need to fix that. So that's the reason we'll attack our own systems or the other person's systems, and we'll try to solve that before any other person tries to attack our system. So that's what this. Find and fixes the vulnerability. Also called as white hat hackers. So what we like where these people will be there? In companies or with governments. So these are the like places where we'll be doing. And here we'll be complete permissions to attack and protect the systems. So that's the reason it will be coming under the defender. So basically attack happens in these phases. So if you just search for like phases of hacking, you'll be getting these things. So names it will be like it might be differing, reconnaissance or information gathering. So scanning or vulnerability scanning. Like this names might differ, but the process will be same. So basically, if I'm an attacker, if I want to attack any person or any system, these are the things I need to follow. The first thing I need to follow is collecting the information. Because without knowing the information about my target, I can't able to attack, right? So what I'll be doing, I'll try to research about my target. If it is a person, I'll try to collect the information about that person. Okay, basically, like in movies, we'll be trying to see, right? If hero wants to like attack the villain or something, what they'll be doing, they'll try to just roam around the like the victim is the villain or something. They'll try to see where the person is going. So at what time, where he is there, all this information he'll be trying to collect. So then he'll try to figure out the weak point, right? Same way here. First, you need to collect the information. Without knowing the information, you can't able to blindly go on attack. So the first thing we'll be doing is collecting the information. Like what is the username, what is the like mail ID they have used, or under which Wi-Fi they are in. So which type of like systems they are using, which type of OS they are using. All this basic information will be trying to collect in this thing. Or if it is a website or something, which type of technologies they have used. All this stuff will be trying to collect in the reconnaissance. In other words, information gathering. So once you have collected the information, what you'll do, you'll go for the next stage. Where, see, you have all the information in front of you. Then what you need to do, you need to plan. So you need to plan where the weakness is there, right? You need to identify that weakness. Only then you can able to do it, right? So that is called as scanning. So after identifying the information, you'll be trying to see which point is weak. So in systems means you'll try to see what are the like open ports are there. See, ports are nothing but entry points or exit points to the system. If I want to enter into your system, or if you want, if your data wants to go out of your system also, it needs to have some door. So that door is called as port. So it'll be coming under the networking. So where 65,535 ports are there on each and every IP address. So all these things won't be like physically present, it'll be virtually present. So now I need to identify what all the open ports are there. And in that ports, if any vulnerability is there or not. So all this information I need to collect. So it's basically like if the door is like secured or not, I'll be trying to check. If it is not secure, it means I can able to try to enter into that door. So this is what the scanning phase, where we'll try to identify the vulnerability. So now, first I collected the information. Next, I plan my attack. Means I got the weak point. So the next thing what I'll be doing is I'll be attacking. So that is called as exploitation. So here we'll be trying to attack. So how we'll be trying to attack? If it is any system, we'll try to see like which weakness is that. Based on that weakness, we'll be trying to attack. If it is any like person, we'll try to trick them to reveal their sensitive information, like phishing or something. We'll try to do, and we'll try to make them reveal their information. Or we'll try to inject any malicious code, and from that malicious code, we'll try to get back the details. So these are the things how we'll be trying to attack, right? So this is the third phase. So now, in this phase, you successfully got into that system. If it is phishing, you got their username and password. Then what you'll do, you'll try to log in into that and you'll try to change their details, everything, right? Means basically if you're trying to get other person's account details, what you'll do, you'll try to get into their like account, you'll try to see what all the things are there. Everything will be trying to do, right? So all the stuff will be coming under post exploitation. So here we'll be trying to like stay hidden, we'll be trying to like monitor all the things. So if it is a system, we need to like do privilege escalation. There is a thing called as privilege escalation, which is nothing but from norm. See, there are basically two different types of users in any system. One will be a normal user. The other one will be the administrative user. As a normal user, you'll be having some basic permissions only. But as an administrator, you'll be having more privileges. If you see like in Windows, when you're trying to download or when you're trying to make any changes, it will show you this option, right? Run as administrator. Similarly, even in other Linux or other OS also will be having such things. So you need to convert yourself from low level to high level user. Only then you can able to get all the access to the system. You can able to like insert any other malicious code for future purpose as well. See now it's like basically now you got access to the system. But after few days, if you want to access, if this weakness is not there, what will happen? You lose that connection, right? So later again in future also, if you want to like connect, there you'll try to insert another malicious code, which will try to give the long time access for us. That code will be trying to stay hidden, because if this code is noticed or identified, the other person will be in alert. He'll try to fix the things, right? So that's the reason we need to hide it. So all these things will be happening under post exploitation. So after this, there is a called as fifth phase called as clearing tracks. These things as ethical hackers we won't be focusing on, because clearing tracks means you need to cover your attack methods. What are the things you've done? You need to cover that. So basically in movies if you see, once the some murder or something happens, or like some theft happen, what they'll do, they'll try to cover their traces, right? So their fingerprints or any traces which they have left, they'll try to hide it, right? Same way here also it will be there. In cyber also we'll be having digital footprinting or digital traces. So these things we need to hide. If you're not hiding that, you can be tracked. So as ethical hackers, we are having complete permission, right? So we don't need to hide anything. But as a illegal hackers or as a black hat hackers, they will be doing things without permission. So they will be trying to clear the tracks before exiting from the system. Because if they are trying to leave the traces of their details, means their IP address or their system information, that can be backtracked to the person to identify them. So they don't want to like be noticed, or they don't want to be tracked, right? So they'll try to cover their tracks. So how they have entered into the system, how they have exited out of the system, all these things they'll be trying to cover, clear up the mess, and they'll try to exit. So that's what called as clearing tracks, which will be fifth phase. But here I didn't include that because as ethical hackers, we only need to focus on this four phases. Under each phase, there are like multiple tools, multiple like methods which we need to learn. So here I'm just giving the like idea on what all the things are there. So now coming to like real world examples on like how it happens. So already we have seen an example for like phishing. So let me just like demonstrate one on password attack. In other words, we'll be calling it as brute force attack as well. So brute force is nothing but trying out multiple combination of usernames and passwords. The first thing like we'll be trying to do is collecting the information about your target, right? So right now, so this is my target system. So I virtually set up this target system. So this is a Ubuntu OS. So now the first thing I'll be trying to do is scan my network to get the details of this particular device. So here I got the IP address. See, this is not so simple. So when like a number of devices are there, so it'll be hard for us to identify each and every device. It'll take long process. But here, just for demonstration, I'm trying to choose this method. So where only one device is there. So out of three devices, one is my system IP address. The other one is gateway IP address, we'll be calling it as. In other words, router IP address. So only one device is there. So here I'm easily able to identify my target. But if many devices are there, we need to monitor, we need to like scan each and every device to get complete details. But here my purpose is for attacking, right? So if I take this, it'll take like more time. So I'll just like try to see in any other session. But for now, I'll try to like explain like what process I'm doing here. The thing is, So here there is a open ports. I said you right. In the second phase, we'll be trying to see for open ports, all those things. Same way here. So this is the scanning phase where I'm trying to see what all the open ports are there. You can able to see here. Port number 22 is open, 21 is open, 80 is open. So 22 is allocated for the service called as SSH. So SSH is nothing but which helps us to connect to the device which is somewhere else. Means from your system to other person's system, you can able to connect and you can able to access all the data in their system. So for that, we'll be using this SSH. So basically, in if you see in Windows, I guess you might have used AnyDesk or you might have heard about AnyDesk, right? So why we'll be using that to graphically control the other person device. So if you're just using that username and password, means there will be one small ID and the pin. So if you just enter that, you can have to graphically control the other person's system. So that is what the remote connection. Same way here. But here the thing is you won't have the graphical control in this SSH. You'll be having only this terminal control. So here this SSH requires login. So here we can have to attack that. So for that I'll go. So you can able to see here. So the attack has been completed, but you can able to see here how it has happened. So here I've used the word list. So word list is nothing but a combination of a number of usernames or passwords. If you know the username, you will keep username as constant and you'll just try out the different password combinations, right? Same way here. I know the username because you can able to see here, this is the username. So username I have kept as common, but password I don't know. So what I have done is I've used a word list. So word list is nothing but a different combination of passwords like this. So here this file you can see almost like 62 number of characters are there in this particular file. So out of the 62, somewhere in the last I have kept this original password. So just for demonstration I have created this. So you can able to see username it is keeping as common and the place of password it will be keep on trying out all the different combinations which we have given. So this is what called as brute force. So once it is getting the right combination, so you can able to see once it is hitting the right combination, see success. So it will stop the attack. So username is Marlin Spike and the password is also Marlin Spike. Now I got the details of the username and password, right? I can able to try to log in for that. See, I have logged into the system. So when was the last time I logged in? All these details will be there. So now you can able to see this is the Marlin Spike user. Means for this device, I have connected using this method, which is called as remote connection. With the help of internet, we will be connecting to the device, which is anywhere in the world. You can like use this to connect. So basically, like if you see, so this servers, I guess you might have heard about what is servers, right? All these servers will be having this SSH connections only. So we can have to like connect to the SSH. Through that, we can have to try to update the data, everything about the website, what are the details, everything we need to update with the help of this commands only. So that's the reason understanding Linux is must and should. Only then you can have to like perform all these things. Okay, we'll get back to that first. So these are the like one of the example. So here usernames will be like if you know username, you'll try to keep the username constant. In the place of password, we'll try out different combination of usernames and password. So this is called as brute force attack. So Instagram username passwords or like any other like logins will be there, right? So in that places also we can able to try out this brute force attack where we'll be trying out different username and password combinations. So the next one is phishing. So earlier we saw, right, phishing. So where we'll be trying to create some website which looks genuine, as a like a genuine website. If it is any banking website similar to that bank, we'll try to create a page. If it is any like Facebook, Instagram, similar to that, we'll create, and we'll try to trick the other person to reveal their information. There is other attack called as cross-site scripting. So this thing is, it's like data theft. We'll be trying to steal the things. So these two things are different. But this is like stealing the things from the other person. So what we'll try to do is we'll try to attack the website. So in these two things, we'll try to attack the website to get the person's data. But here we'll try to get the device cookies sessions. Why? Because, say for an example, so this is my normal browser. If I click on Instagram, what will happen? My Instagram will be opening, right? So you can see here, this is a Rasagati Instagram profile. See, it didn't ask me for any login, it didn't ask me any details. Why? Because all the details are already stored in this browser, so it didn't ask me any details. But the same if I'm trying to do with the private browser or any new device, what will happen? See, it is asking me for the login. The reason is here I haven't logged in because this is a private browser, it doesn't store any information. Or if it is any new device, it won't be under the trusted device, so it'll be like trying to ask us to log in. But if you try to steal the session, means in this browser there will be some cookies and sessions. If you try to steal that, what will happen is that details, if you're trying to like steal and paste it in your own system, and when you're trying to click on or like when you're trying to log in or something, it doesn't ask you for the confirmation again. It'll directly get into that because the cookies and the sessions what are there, it'll be same as the genuine person's details, right? So it will think that your device also is a genuine user device. So it'll try to log in without any confirmation. So that's what like this cookie theft, all these things will happen. So now, so these are like basically like what are the attacks are there? Like this n number of attacks are there. So under each domain, if you see like different things will be there. Okay, we'll just understand like because if you are trying to like talk about attacks itself, it'll take more time. So we'll just understand about like what are the like domains are there. So what are the career perspective, all these things. So now coming to domains in cybersecurity. Basically, these are like core domains which are there in the cybersecurity. Still, so many are there, but I've just listed the major ones. The first one is SOC analyst. So this is one of the like easy entry point for getting into cybersecurity. So compared to other roles, this will be like an easy entry point for getting into the cybersecurity for any beginner level role. Because other fields, other like penetration testing or other things, beginners getting into that itself a way too hard task. But as a SOC analyst with basic knowledge of cybersecurity and basic like tool understanding, you can easily get into. Okay, let's just understand like what will be the role and what this SOC analyst will be doing. So basically, SOC analyst is similar to like security job. As a security people, what they'll be doing means security or like police, what they'll be doing. They'll be just monitoring things, right? Either like if you see like any shops or any like malls or something, will be having security people. What they'll be doing? Either they'll be standing in the entrance and they'll be trying to let people go, like they'll be trying to check and they'll be trying to let go, or they'll be sitting in the monitor room. They'll be trying to watch all the cameras, right? Similarly, here also in cybersecurity, we are having the role called as SOC analyst. Here, the things will be there. Like we need to monitor the entry and exit of the data of each and every systems connected in our network. So what we'll be doing is, for an example, if 10 people are there in your company, so all these 10 people data will be trying to enter into your system only. Means you'll try to connect all those 10 people's devices to your system. So any data coming in or going out of their system, or what are the things they are doing in their system also, all those things you can able to monitor, because you will be installing some software in their system and you will be the admin for that. So what all the data, what are the things are going on, all those things you can able to monitor from your device itself. If someone is clicking on any malicious links, or if some malicious mail, or if something is malicious which is tagged as malicious, if it is trying to enter into the system or a network, as a person in front, you'll be getting the alert, because all the data will be passing through your system, right? So you'll be getting the alert, or you need to monitor that and you need to identify the weakness, means the attack which is happening. You need to fix that things before it happens. You will be like a person who is guarding. If anything happens, you need to fix that. So that will be the role of this SOC analyst. So in this also different levels are there, but the entry point will be like, they'll be just giving you the system. You just need to monitor things. So here monitoring means, so this Splunk is one of the like tool in SOC analyst. So here, I guess you know about like logs, right? Logs means, if what are the people, or what are the things people are doing, everything it will be like entered into the system. So that is called as logs. So these logs will be monitored here. So each and every log in the system it will be monitored, and here we'll also be getting the graphical display as well. So however we want these graphical things, we can customize it. So this how the, like each and every look you can able to see, it will be differing. So however we want, we can able to tune that. So like this, you'll be getting the alert. If anything is like suspicious or anything, we'll get an alert and we need to like rectify that issue. If in any person system, some malicious email has been received, so you will get an alert. So that system you need to identify, you need to like fix that issue, or you need to like delete that issue, means delete that mail or something. Like this, you need to like try to fix that thing basically. So this will be the role of this SOC analyst. Coming to penetration testing, so which is an interesting field, because if you are into like hacking the systems, if you are interested into hacking, so this will be your go-to role. Because here, ethically, with the help, with the permission of the other person, other party, we'll be trying to attack the systems. We'll try to identify the weakness before the real attacker does, and we'll try to fix that. So this will be the role of this penetration tester. If you see like in this also, like different it will be there: web app pen testing, system pen testing, cloud, like other application pen testing, API pen testing, like this different things are there. So now, so in this role, we need to attack basically either system or a website or whatever it is, network. We'll be trying to attack that. We need to identify the weakness, then we need to update it. So once the team is fixing that, the developer team, we need to again attack that and make sure that that issue is fixed. So this will be the role of the penetration tester. So this will be like 24/7 role, but here it's not like that. Why it is 24/7? Because 24 hours, 7 days a week, you will be working here. Why? Because anytime the attack can happen, right? So even though like it will be like you don't require to like stay in office, even though you can have to like do work from home here. The thing is, if when attack happens, then they won't leave you. No matter how many hours it takes, you need to make sure and you need to stay there and fix it. If not, this is like one of the easy jobs. You don't need to learn, or you don't need to like do much of things. Easily you can have to like lead your life. But here it will be like more interesting, more like tactical. You need to like think. You need to like think like an hacker, because you will be attacking as an hacker here. As an illegal hacker, you will be thinking and you will be trying to attack. So here it will be more interesting and more things to do. And the next one is called as bug bounty. So in other words, basically like bounty means what? Some rewards. Bug means some error or some like weakness. So if you identify the weakness in a system or in a website, so they'll be giving you some money. That is called as bug bounty. So here companies will pay us for any weakness we are trying to identify and report to them. So that is called as bug bounty. So this is like completely freelancing. This is not like any job or anything. So this is completely freelancing. So whenever you're free, you can have to not free. You need to make yourself time to research on this. So on each and every website, you'll be trying out different attacks. So in this also, there are basically different things. Means they'll say you what you should do or what you shouldn't do like that. Basically, they'll be having few things you shouldn't like touch. Except that what are the other places they are giving the access, you can able to attack that and you can able to identify any weakness in that. And in that, based on the severity, means basically like low, medium, high, critical, like this, different levels it will be there. Low means basically low means like the whatever the vulnerability is there, that doesn't affect much to the company, but still it is a vulnerability. So for that they won't try to pay you much. But if it is medium, means some of the data might be losing or something. At the time they might give you like some minimum pay. When it is critical, means because of this vulnerability, their data loss or like there like something might affect, which might be like causing like some serious problems. At the time they'll also pay you more because the level is high, right? So based on that, they'll also pay you more. So that's what called as bug bounty. And the next role is cloud security. As you know, nowadays we are not using this pen and papers much. Everything we are trying to store in the cloud, Google Cloud or like other clouds, all these things we are just completely moving the business as well as our personal things to into the cloud. So it is in high demand. So in case if you are like interested in cloud related things, so this will be like interesting field. AWS, Azure, Google Cloud platform, like this, different things are there which you need to understand before getting into this field. And the next domain is digital forensics. So basically, like in movies, you will be trying to see, right? If any, basically forensics means if any like murder or something happens, or if any something happens, this forensics people will try to see for fingerprints, all these things, right? Same way we are having in cybersecurity, which is digital forensics. So here, any cyber crimes, they'll be trying to analyze. So how the attacker has attacked. So what is the method you have used? All these things they'll be trying to analyze and they'll be trying to submit the report. So that will be the purpose, the role for this digital forensics. And the next one is threat intelligence. So here basically we'll be trying to think and attacker will be trying to predict things before it happens. So that's what this threat intelligence. Research attacker groups and like techniques. What are the techniques that are there? All these things. Before the other person try to make use of that, we'll try to fix it. So that's what called as predicting the future attacks. So these are the different domains which are there in the cybersecurity. So now, which role is suitable for you? Out of all these domains, which will be like suitable for you? If you're a person who likes to hack things, who like to like break into things, or who likes more challenging stuff, then penetration testing or bug bounty will be the go-to role for you. Why? Because so here you need to attack things, you need to like identify things which other persons are not able to do it. So it requires more time, it requires more patience, but it will be an interesting role. Or if you're a lazy person, if you don't want to spend more time on like learning, and if you don't want to waste your all life learning, then this SOC analyst will be the really good role for you. Or if you're interested in like critical thinking or things, then this threat analysis also or threat intelligence also will be an role for you. Or if you're already into like develop like cloud related stuff, then cloud security engineer or cloud related jobs will be go to for you. Why? Because other knowledge you can't able to use in cloud because cloud itself requires lots of knowledge. So that's the reason if you are already into the cloud or something, then you can have to go for cloud. Or if you are interested in going for this specifically for cloud, you need to learn lots of things and get into this. And still there are other roles called as GRC analyst. So this is basically like law and like rules and regulations or law. So what these people will be doing, they'll be trying to set some rules and regulations, right? Like this, each and every company requires a certain terms and conditions. All these terms and conditions will be set by this GRC analyst, which means governance, regulation, and compliance. So what these people will be doing is basically as a GRC analyst, you'll be trying to like communicate more with the customer as well as the company. You'll be like a mediator between these two people. You'll try to understand the concerns about the like from the like clients or like from the like employ like people. You'll try to say that to convey that to the employ like developers in your company. So basically, from one side you'll try to collect the details, and from the other side you'll try to say them. Or if these people are trying to say some concerns, you'll be conveying that to the clients. Like this, as a mediator, you'll be trying to like do, as well as you will be having a major role on overseeing all the other domains. So SOC analyst is one of the entry point. GRC analyst is also the other entry point where you can to enter. If you're interested in like law, all this stuff, then you can go for this. Or if you're interested in like researching or writing reports, documentation works, all these things, then GRC analyst will be the go-to role for you. Because in GRC analyst, here you don't do much of the practical stuff. So here mostly you'll be trying to communicate with clients and the company. You'll be trying to like give them the rules. So here like cybersecurity like laws are there. So you'll try to like understand about the laws, and based on that laws, you'll be trying to set the terms and conditions. So using a client data, what we'll be doing, all these things, they'll be trying to explain it to the users, means the client. So the client, what they'll be doing with the users data, means for example, if Instagram is there, so we are users, right? So Instagram will be having their own GRC team. So they'll be like trying to set the rules and condition. Whenever you're trying to log in with any website, you'll be having certain rules, right? Terms and conditions. All these things, this GRC people only will be trying to set. In other words, consultant as well, you can able to call it as. And if you're completely new, if you're not aware about any of this cyber things, nothing, then directly go for SOC analyst. Because GRC requires some like strong stuff. Means you need to like talk like way better than others, and like your communications, the main thing. The other thing is like you need to know about different laws, all these things. But as a SOC analyst, if you just know how to use tools, you can easily get into this. So that's the reason. If you are completely new and if you are like a person who don't want to like learn lots of stuff you through your lifetime, so then go for SOC analyst. It'll be like an easy role, like I can easily enjoy this role. But if you're a person who gets bored like doing the same work repeatedly, then don't go for SOC analyst, because SOC analyst will be like day to day you'll be doing the same stuff, so it won't be like much interesting. But for entry level, it's a very good path. Now coming to what are the skills are required, basically like the overall skills required for getting into cybersecurity. The first basic skill which we require is networking basics. Why? Because networking computer networking or networking. So this is like a core of the cybersecurity. Why I'm mentioning it as core of cybersecurity? Because without the networking, there is no cybersecurity itself. Let me tell you why. Because if you are having some data in your mobile device, if you want to transfer that to other person mobile device or something other device, you need some connection, right? Either you need to connect to the internet and you need to try to transfer, or you need to connect via wire or something and you need to transfer. But if you're not having any mobile network, if no SIM is there, if you're not connected to any Wi-Fi, or you're not using any wire connection to connect to other device, then basically there is no connection to your device itself, right? So when there is no connection, you can't able to attack itself, right? Because if you're keeping like your details in your home in your cupboard or something, that can't be attacked, right? Only if it is connected to any Wi-Fi or any network, then the possibilities of attacks are there. Or when you're trying to transfer the data from one device to the other device, there we can able to try to attack it. But if you're just keeping in your like bag or something, if it is not used some, or if it is like basically not connected to any of the things, there won't be any entry point. So if there is some connection, there will be entry points. So that's where the attacks can happen. If attacks are about to happen, that's where cybersecurity comes into picture to protect that before it happens. So that's the reason networking plays as a core role in cybersecurity. Without understanding how the data is transferred from one device to the other device, so how it will be identifying the other device with the help of IP address, how the firewalls work, all these things, you can't able like get into this field. So that's the reason if you're starting to learn cybersecurity, start with computer networking. Understand how the IP address works. So how the firewalls work. So how the data transfer from one device to other device. Means basically OSI model, TCP model. So these things you need to understand. And coming to like network related tools, one of the tool is Wireshark, which helps us to monitor our network. All this stuff we'll be trying to do using this tool. The other tool is Nmap, which I demonstrated earlier. So here I did, right. So why I did this? To scan my entire network to get the details on how many people are connected in my network, right? Same way, if you want to scan, if you want to get the details from the network, you need to know the tool called as Nmap. So you need to understand what all the different options are there in this Nmap, how these tools work, everything. So still few other tools are there, but this is the like core tools which you require. The next thing which is important for us is Linux. So Linux, okay, we can also call it as an OS as well. Similar to Windows, there is other OS called as Linux. So we won't be basically calling it as OS. We'll be calling it as kernel. So right now I'm using right. So this is Linux. Graphically, like it is little bit different compared to like Windows. But the main thing is this blank screen is there, right? So this is called as terminal. So this is the thing which you need to understand better in this Linux. Why? Because graphically you won't have the access when you're trying to attack the systems or attack the websites. So here you'll be having this blank screen called as terminal or shell. So this shell access only you'll be having. So that's the reason you need to understand the basic Linux commands. So how to like execute the command, how to retrieve the data, all these things you need to understand. So basically if you see here, if I'm trying to click on home, here automatically it will be trying to display me all the details, right? What are the files are there, every details it will be trying to display. But here if you see, it doesn't display me any data. I need to execute a command. So only then you can able to see here. All the files which are there, what are there here? See, sc.sh. See, all the files which are there, it doesn't display us. We need to execute each and every command to get the data. So even here, right now I'm connected to the target system, right? So if you see here, if I want to see what all the files are there, I need to execute a command to see under which place I'm in. So here it will show us like home slash username or something, right? See. See, home/username. But here it doesn't display us in which location we are in. So you need to execute a command. Like this, each and everything will be on commands only in Linux. So you need to understand how these commands work. Only then you can able to attack as well. So Linux fundamentals is really important in cyber field because most of the attacks when you're trying to do, there like you won't get the graphical control. If you're attacking websites, that is different thing. But if you're attacking like graphical websites or like Instagram, this type of things, logins are different thing. But when you're trying to attack the servers or systems, there you won't get this graphical control of the other system. You'll be just getting this terminal control or command line control, where you need to execute the commands to get the data from the other person's system. In this, there are other things called as Linux file system and file permissions. File permissions means basically, for example, if this file is there, if this file as a normal user I'm able to access, I can to like open and I can to see the data, right? But if I want to protect this file, because this file contains some password or something, I need to lock it or I need to change the file permissions. So that permissions, how to change all this knowledge, you need to learn. So basically, if you see in Google Drive, if you want to share any files for from one device, one user to other user, there you will be having the option, right? Read, write, like this means editor, viewer, commenter, like this. Same way, here we'll be having read, write, and execute. Each and every file will be having like this different file permissions. So like this, read, write, execute, like this. So like this, three different sets will be there. So one for other user, one for group user, the other one for admin user, like this. Three different sets it will be there. So you need to set the permission what other users can able to do, what as a owner of the file you can able to do. Like this, all these things you need to set. So that's what called as Linux file permissions. So these are the like basic things which you need to understand. Then you need to understand the basic cyber attacks. So what is the CAA triad? Means confidentiality, integrity, availability. So what is encryption? Basically like what is cryptography, what is technography, and few other like cyber related like basic concepts which you need to understand. Mind tree attacks and few other attacks and all you need to understand, which will be coming under this security concepts. After understanding that, then come to this web fundamentals. So understand how the website works. So HTTP how it works, HTML how it works. So what are cookies? What are sessions? What are forms? How things works? All these things you need to understand in the web fundamentals. These are the, like just basic concepts. After understanding this only, the other concepts will be easy for you. So if you're like failing to understand this, it will be hard for you to go further. So now, after that, yeah. So these are like basic concepts which you need to understand. So basically, the problems which the beginners will be facing is they'll try to see some YouTube video or like Instagram reel or something. What they'll say like one tool if you learn in cybersecurity, you can to learn you're like a master into this field. They'll say like Metasploit or like any other tool. And what you'll think, okay, if I learn this one tool, it means I know like entire cybersecurity. And you'll just focus on that particular tools only. But that's not it. Don't ever jump into directly tools or advanced concepts. First understand these basics, understand properly. Understand means you need to understand how it works. Everything, each and every pin to pin, you need to know it. Not just like an overview of what is cybersecurity, what is like networking, what is Linux. If you learn just an overall things, you can't able to survive in this field. This basics, if you're strong enough, you can easily go to any level you want. If you're failing in this basics, then no matter which level you're trying to like go, you'll be stuck over there because you can't able to survive in this field without knowing the basics. Because I have seen people who are already working in cyber field, who are working as a like cybersecurity manager or like certain higher levels. They are approaching us and they are learning from us all these basics. They're specifically saying that advanced things and tool wise, I know the knowledge because I'm already working in that. But I'm not aware about these basics. Kindly just give me this basic course. They're like asking us and they're trying to create a customized course and they're trying to learn as well. Only on basics. The reason is because when you're going for higher levels, there without basic knowledge you'll be struggling. If you see like some YouTube videos, if you see certain things, and if you're just trying to learn some tool, and if you're trying to somehow crack into the job, and if you're trying to go, you can't able to survive over there. So that's the reason. First understand the basics, then learn other things. I'll give you the like yearly plan or like monthly plans as well. So then you can able to like follow accordingly. The first thing you shouldn't do is don't directly jump into the tools. First understand basics, then jump into the tools. Without knowing the basics, if you're jumping into the tools, you'll struggle. Because if you want to learn this tool called as Metasploit, you need to know what is port. This port comes under the concept called as networking. So you need to know how it works, all these things. Then the next thing is, like as I said, like don't skip the basics. First learn the basics, then try to like move on for the next topics. If you're not understanding this, you will be stuck when you're trying to perform any attack. And when you're trying to learn any attack, don't just like try to watch the YouTube or like watch the tutorials and as it is like don't copy paste. Try to practice it side by side. Try to question yourself why this process is happening. What will happen if I do the other command? What will happen if I do the otherwise? Like this, question yourself on each and every step and try to learn. Only then you'll be learning things practically. If you're just like watching tutorials and if I'm saying you, okay, execute these four commands, or if I'm giving you this one line syntax, and if I'm saying you to execute this syntax, you'll get an output. Just log in using this like command, you'll get the access for the other system. If you're just doing this, you can't able to learn anything. First, try to understand the basics on how it works. Then try to like question yourself. So what will happen if I'm executing this command? So like this, learn everything in a step-by-step format. So that's how you can like survive in this field. And don't try to learn everything at once. Try to learn one at a time. Pick one domain. As I said, like SOC analyst or any domain, you can just like pick one domain. Try to learn accordingly. If you're trying to choose like all the domains and if you're trying to learn, you can't able to like survive in this field. First, have a strong foundation. Then try to choose the field which you are interested in. When you're trying to have a foundation, that foundation is completely for all the things, means all the domains, not just one domain. Then when you're trying to go deeper, each and every like for example, SOC analyst means under SOC analyst, so many things will be there. So then one by one you can have to like try to learn. Now, where to practice and how to practice? Because you can't able to attack the real-time websites or anything. So what we can do is we can able to set up the lab. So now you can able to see I have attacked this system, right? So the same if I want to attack other person's system or something, I can't able to do it. Or if I do, it will be illegal. So that's the reason I set up a lab like this in my own system. So now I'm able to like attack it. But setting up lab every time it will be difficult for us, right? Or some storage won't be like enough, all these things. So that's the reason there are websites like TryHackMe and our own platform called as Razify and like different Hack the Box like this, different platforms are there where you'll be having a stimulated labs. Similar to a real-time website, you'll be having the scenario. When you're trying to attack, you can be able to learn things practically. So that's the reason. Use this. Don't try to like attack the real-time websites. Now, So, okay, let's not drag more. I'll just like try to give you the complete roadmap on how it works. First, like in case if you are still in college or something, still like 1 year if you're having till you pass out or something, try to use this roadmap because when you're in as a working employee or like sorry when you're as a like college students, you won't have much time when you're trying to learn college related stuff as well as cybersecurity. So at the time, try to go with this method. So whenever you're getting the time, try to learn the networking basics and Linux basics and security things for just 1 or 2 months. Just try to learn this. For others, first focus on this, then try to learn things practically. So try to use TryHackMe, like Razify or like any other like CTF based websites, and try to learn practically over here. See, in first 1 or 2 months, you'll be trying to learn the basics, right? After that, try to learn things practically. Then choose any particular domain because once you are like doing these two stuff, you'll know which area you are interested in. So then pick a path. Then try to learn more in depth into that. Because if you're directly jumping into this path and if you're just trying to go, you will miss lots of stuff. Sometimes you might choose the wrong path. So don't do that. First understand the basics, try to learn what all the different domains are there. Then try to choose which is interesting for you and which is like comfortable for you. Then pick a path, go in depth into that. So like try to make some projects on that. Try to like if any certifications are required, try to do the certifications on that and try to apply jobs on that. So that's how you can be like stay consistent and try to like get a good job. If you're not doing and if you're just like skipping things, if you're not learning foundation or after foundation if you're directly going for job, you will struggle because with these basics you can't have like survive in the field. You need to have that practical exposure. So that's the reason try to do this labs. So in foundation phase you can learn this as I said in networking these concepts you can able to learn. So I'll share this like PDF file in the chat. You can just download. So here itself I have mentioned what all the free resources are there. Because if I just try to say this, I know like theoretically it is like way too boring. But just understand the foundation because same thing as I said, networking, Linux, and security basics. Then in practical learning, you can able to use TryHackMe or Razify or Hack the Box. This is the websites you can able to learn where the real-time labs will be there. You don't need to set up. You don't need to like spend time on like setting up. You can directly attack and you can able to learn. And there is other website called as Sports Sugar Attack. Sorry, Academy. This is one of the like really good website where you have to learn things way too better. It is completely free, but this Triac me is there, right? So this thing like it's not free. So some things are free and most of the stuff is paid. But Razify is completely free. But Razify initially you might be like facing difficulties because without knowing the concepts it will be hard. So try Port Sugar Academy. So here they'll be giving you the complete step-by-step instructions as well as labs and try to solve the CTF challenges. So if you see like CTF competitions and all will be happening. So try to attend that. Try to meet with other hackers. There you'll be learning that real world hacking skills. If you're just trying to do in this labs itself, you can't able to learn much things. So once you're learning some basics, try to go out. Try to like try out your practical experience. Because in CTF challenges, you'll be like meeting like in CTF competition, you'll be meeting like real world hackers and all. So many people will be coming out all over the world. So when you're trying to meet them, you'll get that practical experience. You can have to understand each and every person's mindset because not everyone will be having the same method of like approach. Each and every person will be having their own approach. So when you're trying to see the other person's approach, you'll get like different ideas on how to learn things or how to do things. So try to attend the CTF competitions where you can to like learn real world solving things. Then choose a specialization, means choose a specific domain. SOC analyst, penetration testing, bug bounty, or cloud. So for that, what other things are required? Try to learn from these websites. So these are the like certifications in case if you want, try to do this. See, certifications in cyber field, it is not 100% required. So they have just created a market that like a CH or like OSCP, these things are important like that. But it is not important. So if you're having the skills, that is enough to crack into the field. But add-ons are the certificates. Because if you're trying to look for like certificate related courses or something, they'll be literally charging you like 80,000 or like 1 lakh or 1.5 lakh. For certain certifications, it's like 2 lakhs or more than that. In the end, they'll just like teach you to clear that exam. They won't teach you the practical things. So don't try to like think about certification. Try to learn things. Then, if you want, take up the test. But if you're trying to choose places where they'll be trying to teach you for this certification, then you're just learning for certification. You're not learning to basically skill up. So that's the reason don't always focus on certificate. Focus on learning things. Then, in case if your company like or whichever you're trying to apply, if it is required this certifications, then try to learn and then try to approach. But if you ask me, I won't like prefer certifications. Without certification itself, you can easily skill up and you can do get into this industry. And so so now you have learned all this stuff. Everything is done. So you know the skills. But how you came to showcase? Because if you see like engineering or other departments, they'll be like trying to build the projects. They'll be trying to upload in the GitHub, or they'll be trying to show the demo or something. But here we'll be doing is hacking only, right? So how we came to like showcase our skills? For that, we came to use these methods. In case if you are into coding, if you know like some coding stuff and all, so then try to build a project like small tools. So tools means just an automated things. So here like Nmap we have used, right? Similarly using Nmap and other tools, just try to automate it. So that's what like building a like port scanner or anything. Or create a simple password manager to store your passwords and all. Just create a password manager or create your home lab setup. Like this small stuff you can just like create. You can upload it in your GitHub, and that you can like promote it in your LinkedIn. Or the next, so rather than this is the best stuff you can able to do. So even this is best. So here also similar write-ups you can able to write. So write-up or blog is nothing but, so for an example, if you have learned some concept, that concept you need to explain to others. That is called as blog. Okay, basically we'll be seeing like Instagram influencers, right? So what they'll do, if they're going for any place or anything, they'll try to they capture the video and they'll be trying to post it, saying that I have visited this place. So this all the stuff were there in this place, all these things. So these travel vloggers or like food vloggers, all these people, they'll be trying to visit a place, they'll be trying to take a video about that and they'll be trying to post about it, right? Same way here, if you're trying to do any, like if you're trying to learn any attack or if you're doing any attack, take a screenshot, capture or take a video or take a screenshot, try to write it theoretically on how this hacking works, all the stuff. So basically, see like this. So how I have set up the lab, all those things, this is one of my blog. So how I have set up my lab, all those things I've listed. So then, so this is the right. So I have used this same system as a victim and I have attacked. So you can able to see. So after downloading what I have done, so how I have identified, so how to attack. So what is the first step I have done? So what are the things I've done to complete this? Like this, each and every step by step process with screenshots, if you explain, that is called as blog or walkthrough or write up, you can able to call it as. So here practically, so you can able to write practical blogs like this, or just theoretical blogs also you can able to write it. Theoretical blogs means so like this on any case study or anything, you can just write a blogs like this. So it's see blogs are nothing but you have learned some topic. So the topic you're just trying to explain to others. That's what called as blog. The advantage with this blog is see basically if you know like what is okay what is like this CA trait. So if you think that it is just confidentiality, integrity, availability, just 3 points you can just like you can't just write it as a blog, right? You need 1 page or 2 pages of content. So what you'll do, you'll try to learn more about this concept and you'll try to write about that concept. So that's the reason these blogs will help you in doing that. Because if you're just trying to like look in a short way, just like short form, there you can't able to like write the blog. So if you're trying to write a blog, you need to write complete details about the topic. So you'll try to learn more about a topic. And these blogs consistently like for consider like weekly 2 blogs or 3 blogs. Three it will be like more, at least weekly 2 blogs, minimum of 2 blogs if you're trying to write. And that regularly if you're trying to post it in your LinkedIn. In LinkedIn, you can have to like market yourself. You can have to showcase yourself. Because as you know, like recruiters, all those people will be here. Not just that. LinkedIn basically is used for like building the connections and you have to like ask people for referral. So now when you're trying to like do this and when you're trying to like share it in your LinkedIn regularly, so then people who are interested related to your topic will be connecting with you, as well as recruiters or like industry experts also they will be trying to watch your growth. So day to day, what are the things you are trying to do? All those things if you're trying to post, your profile will be built strongly. When you're trying to apply for job or anything, as you know, like we'll be using this LinkedIn profile in our resume, right? So then when the recruiters are seeing our profile also, our profile will look solid. So that's the reason try to like do this. If you're not showcasing yourself, you'll be losing lots of opportunities. If you're trying to showcase, opportunities will come looking for you. So try to do this. So then like how to do it effectively? See, usually what we'll be doing is we'll just think that like okay in weekend like 1 or 2 hours if I try to sit and do, I'll learn everything. But that's not it. Don't even try to do that. Try to spend every day like half an hour or 1 hour or 2 hours. How much of time you're trying to spend, try to spend it. Only then you can have to like basically like we'll be saying like muscle memory, right? Muscle memory means what? Every day if you're trying to do something, that will be like fixed in your like mind and it will be fixed in your body. Same way here. Every day if you're trying to like keep on doing certain things, that will be fixed in your mind. So you don't need to like separately sit and study for like interview or anything. If you're trying to learn things every day, that will be already fixed in your mind. So you can easily crack the interviews. And this Linux every day you need to use. When you're trying to every day execute a commands and every day if you're trying to like practice things, you can easily like understand this. See, basically, if when you're trying to purchase any new mobile or new device or something, initially we won't know how to use that, right? But regularly, if you keep on using that device, what will happen? We'll get used to that. The same thing you need to do here. Every day you need to like, do things. You need to attack. You need to like practice. Then it'll be consistent in your mind. You'll also be like focused. You'll also be like trying out different things. But if you're trying to be lazy and if you're trying to like practice now and then you can't have like survive in this field because this field requires lots of consistency. So try to like practice regularly every day and try to set up a home lab. Home lab means use workbox, set up Kali Linux in your system like this, and try to start practicing, start using that basically. Then try to take notes. See, the main thing like what we will be skip is this, because we won't be interested in trying to write down the notes. But this really helps a lot, because when you're trying to take down notes each and every time when you're trying to learn a topic, that notes will help for reference. Not just that, when you're trying to like write down the notes, take down the notes, it will be like making you remember more better. So try to do this. Don't skip this. Even I'll be doing the same. Not just like suggesting. Even I'll be doing the same even now. Whenever I'm trying to learn certain new things, I'll try to write it down, or I'll try to like either pen and paper or in a notepad or something. I'll try to like type it out, because whenever I want a quick reference, I can able to like open that and can able to refer it. So that's the reason. Try to do this. And this one of the main thing which you can do. Try to join any like communities. So Raj Security, we are having a like community, or like not just us. Like there's so many other people in Discord or in other WhatsApp or Telegram. Like this, different people will be there. Means all the cybersecurity peoples will be there. That is called as community. There, if you're just trying to connect, you can to get lots of knowledge on this stuff. Why? Because like you, like so many other people will be there. So few people will be like trying to share their knowledge. If you are also writing the blogs and if you are also sharing with them, you will also get more recognition, as well as you will also get more connections. So that's how you can like grow in this field, because this field each and every connection will be us one or the other time. So try to do these things. You can able to see yourself in a like good position after few months or few years. So coming to like career opportunities. So entry level roles are these things. As I said, SOC analyst will be the easy entry level role. So basic security concepts you require, and there is a certification called as security plus. In case if you want, you can do that. Or security based knowledge is required. Then another tool called as Splunk or Wazoo or any like SIEM tool basically, and Wireshark. So these tools, if you're trying to learn, easily you can like try to target these top players or any startups as well. And junior penetration testers. So this is also one of the entry level job. So for this you require like complete cybersecurity attacking knowledge. So based on that, once you're trying to understand this and app, burp suite, Python, all these things, then try to like apply for this type of industries. Small companies or anything will try to easily hire this junior penetration tester. Bigger companies like they won't try to get it, but smaller ones you can able to easily try it. And bug bounty hunter. So this is just a freelance. So there are websites like HackerOne and Bugcrowd. You can just create a free account, so free account, and you just try it out. You can just see like how much money they are providing, all these things. You'll get an and cloud security analyst. So this is also like one of the entry point. And for this you require this Azure, AWS, this type of knowledge. So these are like career opportunities which you can have to like choose. As you can see, so this is the like a real time insight. A number of jobs are there on cyber field, but skill candidates are not there. That's what like many people will be saying who are trying to hire, because people are just learning the theory and they're expecting the practical jobs. It's not possible, right? So learn practically and show your skills, you'll easily get the job. So this things like just like basic research which I did. So entry level jobs basically like for initially you'll be getting less, but once you're growing, you're able to see you'll get like really good pay as well. So first it'll be like security analyst or junior pen tester, then security engineer or pen tester, senior security engineer or red team lead. CISO or security architect. But yes, based on the experience level, like it will be like keep on increasing only. So that's the reason. Try to first focus on this. Don't try to see here and directly jump into this knowledge. First focus on this. Try to learn this stuff. Then go for the other jobs. Now, so it's not like cybersecurity is only for like people who have completed cybersecurity degree or anything. Anyone can actually get into this field. If you want to start, just start with like learning this basic stuff. Then practice on this like platforms. Once done, as I said earlier, again, just like stay consistent and try to choose any like particular path. Don't try to like jump into all the concepts. Stock endless penetration tester, bug bounty. Don't jump for everything. Choose anything one and try to like focus more on that. Then, as I said earlier, build your presence in LinkedIn, GitHub, or any other platforms. You can like write the blogs. Even in Razify, you can able to see you can able to write the blogs. Write, share it in your LinkedIn, and be consistent. Every day, like half an hour or 1 hour, if you're trying to practice, it'll be better. So if you want to start with this track me. You can just like start on this pre-security or like any of the entry level basic things, and you can start understanding about things. So yeah, I hope you guys understood. If you're having any doubts or anything, kindly let me know. I can able to help you out with that. So I'll also share. Okay, let me just drop this file in your group. Sorry, in the chat box. So I'll attach this in your chat box. You can to see this and you can to like understand better. I'll also drop. Okay, so I also created like one of the handbook over here. So on like different like cybersecurity roles, all this stuff, I would created the handbooks as well as on like a few tools as well. So I'll also share this drive link. So try to make use of this data as well. So click on the link and try to access this. See this file and this link. Try to like save it because once the class ends, you might not able to get it. So yeah, that's it, guys. So if you're having any doubts, do let me know so I can able to help you out with that. So this recording again, in, probably like in next week, like you'll be getting this recording via YouTube. So you can able to check out our YouTube channel, Security.
I posted one question, sir.
Okay, okay. Just a sec. Troubleshooting tools, right?
Basically, I'm interested on networking side.
Hmm.
So for understanding all troubleshooting, like security audits and all, they're asking to
Hmm.
understand more about networking tools. I mean the
See,
manual
basically,
tool.
like networking tools means Wireshark, Nmap. So these are the like things which we'll be like trying to use for like networking related like monitoring or like analysis, all this stuff.
Okay.
So try to understand this. Then like there are tools like TCP dump, ping,
Mm.
and like NS lookup, trace route. These are the things which will try to say us how the data is sent, received, all this data. So these tools will be helping you out with your query because these are the, like troubleshooting tools basically we'll be using.
Okay. Okay. Thank you,
So
sir.
Wireshark and Nmap are like major tools, and other tools are there like which will help us for like small stuff. Yeah. Any other doubts or anything, guys? So if you guys are interested in like cybersecurity course or anything, Security Academy we are providing like cybersecurity course as well. So if you're interested, you can able to like take up the course. So where all the like complete foundation of cybersecurity everything is there, as well as like we are having other multiple courses as well. SOC analyst, security analyst, and GRC analyst. Like these different courses also will be providing based on like specific domains as well. So if you're interested, kindly go for it because here like what we'll be doing is we'll be trying to get the industry experts and we'll be trying to train you guys. So you can able to like get the best out of us. So yeah, let me know guys if you're having any doubts. So
Sir,
only see,
this
yeah.
Google Drive access,
Hmm.
how long this access is given, sir? Only 1 day or
No. Like you will be having like a lifetime access. So I've just made it free for everyone. Means anyone with the link can able
we
to
can
access
go
it.
through, right? There's a lot of
Yeah, you can go.
documents.
You can go through anytime. See,
Okay,
you
okay.
you and
Thank
it's
you, sir.
like open for everyone. Yeah.
I think I see one document for a map also. We can go through.
Yeah. And on your map, like on cyber attacks, on like SSH attacks, all these things I've made the different handbooks. So you can just check it out. See,
Okay, okay, sir.
on like penetration testing roadmap, 6 months roadmaps on like cyber attacks. Sorry, cyber security. So on this, like specifically, I have like created a roadmaps for this. So you can just go through this and you can able to like understand more better about things. See, for stock analyst, if you want, so what will be the 6 month plan you need to do? So what are the things you need to learn? So everything I have listed in this stuff. Try to utilize this data and try to like grab a good opportunity in the industry. And kindly like go through Razify because a number of blogs are there. Try to utilize this knowledge as well because all the free resources are important for us. We can able to see here like a number of people have written blogs. So you can able to see here on different things like on how phishing attacks works, how ransom attack works. Like this on different things, people are writing blogs. So you can able to like try to like so you can just like go through this and you can able to like try to understand more better about this things. See on different like cyber attacks or few people are written like blogs on like how to solve these challenges which are in Razify. So try to like make use of that and try to like start solving the challenges. It'll be easy, like it'll be like interesting to solve the challenges. See here like the challenge it'll be like this. So you can just like go through the description. If you want hint, you can just like see the hint. So you can able to see. So I guess you guys know like Razorpay, right? So payment platform. So Razorpay login will be similar to this. So we just created a real-time login similar to the Razorpay one. we can't able to attack Raspberry, right? So similar login we have just created. If you just crack this username and password, you'll get the flag. That flag you can just paste it over here to earn points. So why we have just kept this in this way? Because it will be more interesting for people when they're competing with the other persons. So we are having the leaderboard. When you're trying to compete with other persons, you will get more interested into learning lots of stuff. If you're not competing, if you're just learning by your own, you won't get that interest to do. So that's the reason we kept leaderboard. You can just compete with the hackers all over the India, all over the world as well. Even foreigners also, so many people are there in this. So recently they have joined, they're starting to get used to this now. So we'll also be like providing rewards for the top performance as well. So if you're in the top three or like top five, so then we might give you like some rewards. All this stuff will be there. So by solving the challenges, you'll be getting the rewards, or for each and every like on your blogs, you'll also be getting, sorry, you'll be like earning the points. So here you can have to see this beginner levels, all these things it will be 10. Intermediate it will be 25 points, and hard level it will be like 50 points. Each and every challenge when you're trying to solve, this many points it will be added into your account. So in that way you can able to compete with others, you can able to learn things more critically. So each and everything you can able to see we are having different categories. Web server, see, web server category, web client is there, see, cryptography, forensic, binary, like the different categories are there, and so many different categories like we are planning to introduce, and every so you can able to see okay. So we'll be like introducing like challenges frequently. So we are having a developer team of almost like 20 to 30 people for this. So we have hired interns from Rajify itself. So who are like our top challenges, right? So those people like who are interested into developing, we have like, hired them to make it more interesting, because people who are like solving these challenges, they know how to make the interesting challenges, because they have that experience. So we'll be trying to make use of their knowledge to create the interesting challenges. Not just that, to check out our jobs as well. So here like you'll be having like all these cybersecurity related jobs. See, this is not just about us. Razify is a hiring platform. See, Razify is not just about like our own jobs or anything. This is a hiring firm where all over the world, like all the like openings, everything like, they'll be trying to post. We are having like a number of recruiters over here, so they'll be posting their own jobs. See, on different job roles we are having. See, on SOC analyst, yes, my internet is slow. So you can able to see here on SOC analyst, on like on different other roles. Also we are having, which will be like related to cyber field. So you can able to see here. So internship opportunities, all this stuff you'll be getting it here. So you can directly apply and you can have to get best out of it. So here, how we can have to be on top of others is by solving the challenges, writing the blogs. Because as a recruiter, the recruiters will be having the access to sort data. Okay, I can't able to disclose the details. Okay, fine. So here, how many challenges each and every person has solved all these things, recruiters can able to see. So by doing that, what we're doing is we're making easy for recruiters to hire people. So what the recruiters will do is they'll just like sort based on like how many challenges you have solved. So if you have solved many challenges, rather than taking the interview for all the people, they'll just try to see the people who have solved more challenges, who are having that practical knowledge. They'll try to like just try to take the interview for them, and they'll try to pick the right people. So that's what like we have made difference in this website. So you can write the blogs, you can solve the challenges, and you can like get hired. And as you know, like in Learn, we are having this webinars, meetups, all these things will be happening. See, so this is our webinar today, and you can able to see like a cybersecurity meetup has been planned. So if you are in like Bangalore or something, try to like attend for this meetup. Yeah, that's it, guys. So if you're having any doubts, drop it in the chat box, or you can just let me know. So those who are interested in the course, let me just attach the number. So you can just drop the message for them, or my team. Okay, I'll let my team update you guys. So miss, they'll just call you and they'll just ask you the feedback. So then you can, if you're interested, you can just like let them know. So they'll be helping out with the further process. Yeah. Any doubts or anything, guys? Okay, guys. Cool. Then if no doubts, we can wind up the session for the day. So we'll see in upcoming sessions. Thank you, guys.
Thank you all.